Welcome to Business in the Black, the podcast where ideas become plans. Plans turn into actionable items, and actionable items become results. I'm your host, Brandon D. Morgan, and this is Season 2.
Father God, we come to this moment as we know how to say thank you for your glory, thank you for this fellowship, thank you for the opportunities right now. God, we come together just to say we are worthy. The God says, when two or more are gathered in your name, you are amongst us. So we're just thanking you right now for this fellowship, for this business opportunity, for just aligning our actions with your word. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Welcome to another episode of Business in the Black. Today we have Rasheem Artis from Survive and Conquer. Let's welcome Rasheem. All the things. Thank you, Rasheem, for joining us. And just tell us a little bit about Survive and Conquer at a high level. I know we're going to get into it, but
Survive and Conquer. Survive and Conquer is a brand founded and rooted on purpose. It transforms pain into purpose and is really here to create an impact in our community, which is so much needed right now.
Yeah.
We're at FOC. We have merchandise online as well. We're also a youth foundation that focuses on getting people developed, getting people into the workspace. Our target audience is 14 through 30 men, Black men in the community.
Okay.
And we're just here to give back.
Awesome.
Any way we see fit, honestly.
Awesome. Now, you are a natural born hustler. That's what I read. At the end of the day, because if you have businesses in middle school, most people are trying to, whether it be play sports or get their lesson or whatever, but you were thinking about the grind all the way back then.
Yeah.
So let's go back there. Let's go back to the origin and the building of the websites. What was the first business that you created? And, where did that entrepreneurial mindset and drive come from?
Okay. I think it started when I was 5 years old.
Oh.
My grandfather worked at the golf course, and he would pay me to come to work with him and go pick up the golf balls. He'll pay me $5 a week to go every morning before I had to go to kindergarten.
Oh, you rich?
And yeah, you
got old.
So he used to cut the lawn. And I used to have this bag of golf balls, and that was I used to like money because I could buy what I wanted to buy.
Thanks.
So I was like, this is cool. I like making money. So let me pick up golf balls, and then it evolved to raking leaves in the neighborhood, making signs.
Yeah.
On all my neighbors' door, hey,
I rake leaves.
$5 a yard.
Okay.
Then it elevated from there selling candy bars in middle school. I would take the food stamp card, go buy candy bars from Walmart.
Yeah.
And I was selling for $2 a piece. The whole box you $12, 36 bars. I made $60-something in a day. So I was literally in a day.
7, 8 years old, 10, 12, whatever.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Selling candy bars. Then they evolved. I found a love for media, and in school they used to make us do PowerPoints and make business cards and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, I'm really good at this. Let me reach out to some businesses now and do their websites and do their their PowerPoints and stuff. So did that. And that's how it began, with golf balls at the golf course.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. After high school, you went into the military for 8 years. So you went from hustler to let me go to high school, let me keep doing that, then the military. And you had a series of businesses. So you're a real serial entrepreneur all the way. We heard 3 businesses you had just a few minutes ago. So, how do you know when to pivot to a new business, and say, okay, this one is either done or I don't have to be heavily involved or what have you. Talk to us about the businesses and when like I say, when to go to the next thing.
So actually, I went into the military when I was in high school still. I was 17. And I wanted to enlist in the Army. My mom didn't want me to. I was working at Walmart as a supervisor back then.
Okay.
And I just knew I wanted more. I wanted to move away from home and everything.
Yeah. So
I was doing businesses. Then I was still doing business tech and website and stuff like that for businesses there. Went to the Army. Went to AIT, went to basic, came back home, went overseas, came back, and then I kind of began wanting to get licensed in massage therapy, and I went and got a bartending certificate.
Hey,
And I
bartending's
was
lit.
like,
I'm on,
bartending
okay?
was I was in New
Okay.
York, so that's
Okay,
I
you
was
know
making
you
a
was
lot of
slanging,
money
yeah.
while in the army still as a medic,
Okay.
and just kind of was in the mindset of God gave me these gifts,
Yeah,
so why
yeah.
not use them? Like I'm good with money, I'm good with finances. I was doing websites still. I was a model then, and I was just like wanting to do everything.
Yeah.
So at one point, I would literally be leaving the hospital, going to a photo shoot, leaving the photo shoot, going to bartend for a few hours, leaving there, doing somebody's website,
Okay.
and it was like I was busy, but I was young, and
Yeah.
I had like the youthfulness and the momentum just to keep going. So I really didn't pivot. I didn't really learn setting a foundation at that age.
Mm.
I was kind of just like going.
Doing it all, yeah.
Now I know, we can't do everything. We got to have some foundation set so you can pass on certain stuff.
Yeah.
But transparently, I was hustling.
Yeah.
I like money.
You had
I
it
was
all.
like,
Yeah.
I was, yes.
You were raking leaves and picking up the golf balls.
Same time. Yeah, same time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I really didn't learn how to pivot until my 30s.
Okay.
I was just trying to do everything, trying to chase the bag.
Yeah.
Burnt myself out a lot.
Yeah.
And if I knew then what I know now, it would have been a little different.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been more organized and more like, all right, do this first, then do this. Let this money open the doors for this, versus kind of find myself in like so many different pots.
Gotcha.
Getting burnt from from left to right.
Yeah. Now, speaking of learning lessons, you had a business, We Are IT. Tell us about that business and, what happened there. And, you say the business is still going, but I think the partnership is over. And, what happened there? What happened there?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot happened.
Okay.
So We Are IT is an IT company that fixes computers, laptops. They do like logistics work as it relates to like website building, SEO, AIO. They do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I went into business with an ex-partner of mine.
Okay.
An intimate partner of mine.
Okay.
And I was always business savvy, and my partner was like an IT nerd, like went to college for IT, like could build websites and like literally could take apart like desktops and laptops and like do the stuff that I couldn't do.
And we got another Bernadine situation going on.
So I was
perfect
like,
marriage, okay?
I like money. It was not a perfect marriage, by the way. I was like, I like money.
Yeah.
And I can do your business setup. I can like literally like, and I'm like very outgoing, so I can go get you business.
Yeah.
So I did just that. I would set up meetings and go to different businesses like, hey, I like your website, but it needs this right here. Mind you, my ex was the one who helped develop the Mercedes-Benz website. They did a website for the Falcons. Like they did like a lot of like major websites. Okay, yeah. So I'm like, these are the accolades. These are websites we did. I did a marketing deck, aka a PowerPoint back then. This was like 2013.
Yeah.
And I was like, baby, just do the website. Do what you do. I'm going to do what I do.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the relationship itself didn't work out, but the business took off. And it's solely theirs. We went into it as a partnership. I took my name off of it in 2015 when we separated. And it made me realize that certain businesses, we didn't really have a foundation, and we didn't have things into place like certain insurances and certain we didn't know if one was to die or something, who would take over, and we didn't have anything set in place. We was winging it at that age, and I was in my younger 20s. So now I know to lay a foundation. We were just going in I was going in blind. Yeah. Like, hey, we doing your website. We were making the money.
Right.
But looking back at it,
the structure.
Yeah, the structure was not structuring.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Not structuring at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happens when the structure is not structuring?
The IRS will call you for one.
Sam and his boys is coming.
Baby uncle is coming.
Okay.
So just learning like to file taxes and getting money, and then even the way you accept money at that point is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're getting cashier checks and you're doing cash, and you get into like even with doing our own taxes, we should have had a CPA at a certain level.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was just a lot of ghetto. Feel like I'm in business, but not really operating the business to its highest potential.
Gotcha.
Honestly,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, that's gonna help somebody.
yeah.
But you need to have things
You
in
gotta
order,
have things. Well, you gotta have your patent, your copyright, your trademark,
Okay.
your LLC. You gotta have things like we operated like 2.5 years without a patent and a trademark,
Yeah. Oh wow.
and
Okay.
we literally were just
So yeah, y'all just out there
without a real logo for the first year and a half.
and still making money.
We're making money though.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, we making money.
That's what's up. That's what most people want. But
Yeah.
what we want you to know is
Yeah.
go get your stuff in order.
Yeah, so you can have a longevity in your success,
Yeah.
and you can build certain things and build on to get funding and grants, and
Absolutely.
it opens around for like so much more
Absolutely.
when you know what you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. We know at some point you were a model, and that led you into fashion. I mean, I can see how the two kind of go together. All right, cool. You got nice bone structure, nice teeth. Okay, all right. Now, December the 5th, 2019, you were stabbed 9 times while doing fashion. So, first of all, how in the world are you even still here? But grace of God, we already know that. But walk us through that experience.
Okay, so December 5th, 2019, I was leaving a fashion set. So rewind, I began as a model while I was in the army still. That kind of began when I was online, and the guy named is Omar. He hit me up like, "Hey, let me shoot you," and I'm like, "Huh? Let you shoot me?"
Shoot me.
He's like, "Oh, I think you'd be perfect as a model." I was 20, and I remember being stationed in Jersey and going to this person's like photography like setup, like salon, and did like a photo shoot, and he was like, go on like Model Mayhem and go on like Actors Assets. He gave me all these sites to go on and go to castings, and I think you go far. I'm like, I'm in the army, I'm bartending, I'm doing all this other stuff.
Right.
Like I might as well add it to my, add to the, okay, I got you. He's like, you get paid a lot, paid a lot. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
So he did my photo shoot. I got booked for a shoot a month later.
Wow.
And really wasn't really into fashion like that. And went there, and I remember just getting to the casting. They just like walk for me, and the walk was so ugly back then. The walk was so ugly.
Walk the runway.
Walk the runway, eat the runway. So I was like, okay. They're like, yeah, you need a lot of work. This is my first time. I'm in the army. I walk like a soldier, walking like so robotic.
Right.
So make a long story short, began modeling. That was the start of my career. Got signed with an agency in New York City, while hustling and doing my other things. And then I was like, I want to do wardrobe styling. Like models get paid this amount, but it's like always a cap, like 500 to 1,000 per show. When the wardrobe stylists, they get like 1,500 per like shoot and like different days. And if you really booking, you really get paid. So I'm like, I want more money.
Yeah.
So at this point, it's been like a couple of years. I developed like now I'm kind of like into fashion now. So I wanted to be a wardrobe stylist. So I went on Craigslist one day, and they was needing a wardrobe stylist in Jersey for a Victoria's Secret photo shoot. So I was like, me got booked. Got paid like $500 just to come like be like the assistant stylist for a shoot. I liked it. So, and I never really wanted to model. I knew I could, but there's always like this confidence thing in the back of my head. I was like, I'm too muscular, I look too urban, I'm this, I'm that, from my childhood trauma. I was never like in the mindset of I was worthy of doing it. So it was an easy transition into doing wardrobe and like
behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes. I like being behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And was doing that, and then started doing like ambassador work for like agencies and Netflix and Amazon and all these different people I've worked with, which is amazing. And that kind of what led me up to I was in that field during December 15th, I was working on set that day. And walking home, I remember getting attacked.
Hmm.
Um, all I really remember
In Jersey.
in New York.
In New
I was
York.
in Flatbush. I was in New York in Brooklyn. So I lived in New York at this time. Sorry. I lived in New York. I lived off East 18th Church Ave.
Hmm.
I got stabbed on Parkside in Flatbush, which is like 10 blocks away.
Yeah.
So I'm walking home with bags in my hand, AirPods in my ear,
Right.
minding my business, don't bother nobody. And just a long story short, a guy came at me, and all I recall is somebody snatching my bag out my left hand and a knife going to my lungs.
Oh.
No, I'm not sure if he yelled first or, I'm just walking with AirPods in, which don't walk with AirPods in, no headphones in, um, and be aware of your surroundings. But I got stabbed. I don't recall what happened. I know that my instinct is always to fight back. Me knowing what I know now, I went to court. He is in jail and everything. But I fought back, and the doctor said if I wouldn't have fought back, I would have died.
Oh wow.
So I went through so many surgeries. Got stabbed in my lungs, my diaphragm, my femoral artery, my leg, like almost died. And that was like the birth of Survive and Conquer too. So
Yeah.
I got something to show from it. He's locked up. He got sentenced to 26 years attempted murder, second degree,
Wow.
and armed robbery. So
I mean, claps. Dude.
yeah,
Wow.
claps. Yeah. So that was traumatic.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just hearing it is traumatic.
But you ask how did I survive that? God. God
Yeah.
alone. Like he's the forefront of my life. I wasn't as tight with him then. I wasn't really going to church. I was so busy. But I always maintained some type of rapport with him. I would read my Bible like every day and everything. So only God, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only him.
Yeah. Wow. So you say that, survive and conquer, which is, what your foundation in business is today, birthed out of that particular experience.
Yeah.
Was that an immediate, I'm laying this has to mean something, or was it like after PT and all the things you're thinking, why did you take me through this? Is it to da 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 da? I mean, when was the moment that you decided something has to come out of this?
I think the moment that I kind of had the realization to not go back working for somebody else and to do my own thing was after PT. It was definitely after physical therapy. And I'm going to backtrack and say that the whole time I was in the hospital, I was making jokes, cracking jokes.
Yeah.
I didn't understand, or I didn't understand to the extent how I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I didn't process that trauma till months later. So Survive and Conquer, the name and everything was kind of birthed from when I finally was in my bed crying. And this made me emotional. I was crying and just like, Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm still here. Just thanking for my support system, my mom being there, my friends coming. And then I think during the time I was in the hospital, I lost two friends that was also stabbed in New York while I was in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
And it put me into the perspective like they got stabbed one time and died. I got stabbed 9 times. I'm still here. Lord,
Wow.
what's my purpose?
Yeah. Well,
so
that's pretty heavy. That went through me.
Yeah, it was a full circle moment, and I realized that I wanted to be a support system at that point because I made it, and many people don't have the resilience I have.
Yeah,
and just the mindset to know that you're not your circumstances.
Right.
I've always been like super tough army, like army tough. So when it hit me. I had to go to therapy. I hired a hypnotist.
Yeah.
I was doing healing stones and an altar. I was and all this other stuff. It was a lot. So it was birthed really from me just laying there crying out and just hurting. I think it was me pushing my friends away and pushing people away, not really wanting them to like do
Follow
certain
you.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
I was hurt. I was going through a lot.
Yeah.
And looking back at it, I think I wanted to come out of it
Mm-hmm.
and do something that I love to do, which is make people smile and kind of like uplift people.
Yeah.
And that's like the purpose of Survive and Conquer, to say, hey, we survived this, but we don't have to operate in survival mode. We can now conquer. We're more than the conquerors. We can now overcome this.
Yeah.
And look back at it with triumph.
Wow.
So it turns trauma into triumph.
Wow.
So that was the moment. Sitting in my bed, we're laying on my bed, on my hands, on my knees, talking to God, crying, boo-hooing.
Yeah.
And literally just went into like logo design the next day, and then everything patented and trademarked, and began selling shirts during COVID.
Wow.
On apps.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing like Bigo. I remember doing Bigo, which is a live stream app. I was popular on Bigo. Like I was making money from Bigo.
Okay.
While I was like healing and like
Yeah.
I had to learn how to walk again and everything else like that.
Yeah.
It was very traumatic, but
people, your leg
my leg was stabbed up and stuff. They were all right here. So I just remember people like supporting and buying shirts, and it really birthed from that moment.
That's obviously a powerful and impactful story, but how do you balance, telling your story and the weight of your story without going back to that traumatic moment every single time?
That's very hard to balance. I think that I can tell the story and like disconnect emotionally from it because something I've healed from.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because I'm an empath, when I tell my story, the look on everyone's face goes to tears, and then energy is like easily to be transferred. So I feel like every time I share that, the other person is more emotional than I am, which now pulls on my emotions because you're right here crying in front of me. Now I'm crying, and we over here hugging and sobbing.
Yeah.
So I've had to share my story a few times, and every time I say stab 9 times, healed or not, it's emotional.
Right.
Because I feel where I was attacked at. I see it every day. And it's just something that I have to deal with, have learned to deal with.
Yeah.
But I think it's more of an emotional pull that comes from the other person. Yeah. It makes me just like, don't cry, please don't cry, because I'm going to cry.
Yeah, let them have their moments.
Yeah, I know. It just always be, I've been at bars, I've been talking to people in different places, lounges, and they read the first, so I have a one-pager.
Mm-hmm.
I pass out stuff. The first line is, after being stabbed 9 times in a near fatal attack, and they always instantly be like, can I hug you? And I'm like, no, I'm start crying in front of you. Like, I'm like, my makeup gonna run.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, it's always emotional.
Yeah.
But it's healing and sharing.
Right.
And I've just, with the messages I get online, damn, like, thank you for sharing this. I've had something similar with domestic violence and molestation, and just so much people have healed from and overcame, and they didn't have a voice. That's why one of my main things is I want to be the voice to the voiceless.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize they do have a voice. They just gotta, like, there's healing and sharing.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna keep sharing till the day I die.
A moment ago, you referenced, giving your life. Well, you referenced not being as close to Christ as you are now. You had a relationship, but it wasn't as aligned as you might have thought it should have been, or what have you. You didn't give it as much time because you were busy doing other things.
Yeah.
So giving him more time, you said, kind of helped you to align and gave you more clarity and all of these things. How has that relationship affected your business decisions?
It's impacted it completely. It renewed it. It restored my business. A verse I always like to say is, lean not to thy own understanding, but once you acknowledge him, meaning God, in all thy ways, he shall direct your path. So when I learned to go to him in business decisions, and Lord, should I make a left turn in the car or a right turn? he directs my path at all times.
Wow.
And I just really had to like surrender completely and just give him the thanks and just be grateful for where I am and not look back because it could be easy for me to sit back. I was stabbed 9 times. Oh my God,
Right.
it's sad. Like I shared from a place of healed. I shared from a place of if he did it for me, he can do it for you. So that's been my walk. I rededicated my life a week after my birthday last year, and my life it would never be the same.
Yeah.
It has never been the same. Seek ye first the kingdom of God
Oh,
first.
yeah.
First, not second, but first.
Yeah.
So when you go to him, or when I go to him, when we all go to him,
yeah.
If we choose to go to him, which we should choose to go to him,
yeah.
in business, then it aligns with his will.
Mm-hmm.
Like it literally, when I got in my Bible, start reading and start surrendering like my thoughts and say, Lord, lead me, put these people in my life to direct me and to like literally go there before me, send your angels there before me to make sure that things is gonna go smoothly. It works out in my benefit every single time. Last year we did a successful toy drive.
Yeah.
It came to me like God was like, give back to 500 kids. I was like,
yeah, how am I do this?
Yeah, that's a coin. 500 kids is a lot, like bicycles and everything. And I was like, Lord, well, if you wouldn't give me this dream, if you wouldn't make it possible.
Wow.
So let me give it to you. And people start calling me because they donate. People start calling me. I met this gentleman last year. He's like, what do the kids need? I'm like, here's the registry. He bought the whole registry.
Oh, wow.
So the angels was really working right there. Like, God is definitely real.
Yeah.
So he just positions you in a place of power. And I feel like my business has benefited from it. Just aligning myself with discipline and kind of not putting so much focus on me and what ifs versus when God does it.
Yeah. Some kind of way you thought that you were going to get away without filing taxes for 2 whole years and then go and apply for funding and grants and you realize you couldn't get the funding and the grants because you had not filed your taxes. Now you around it was affecting that. So tell me, how did it make you feel? When you realized, okay, in order to get this from Uncle Sam now, I got to go back and get receipts and I got to fix everything that I didn't do in those past 2 years.
So me and my best friend got this thing, right? So the IRS isn't like a government agency.
Right.
So I'm thinking like, I can get money from the government and not like, it's not a government agency, so it shouldn't affect me. Man, listen, you put me on the spot right here.
I mean, that logic kind of math,
I did not file taxes for probably more than 2 years to be transparent in business.
Yeah.
And any of my like, Miles, I got several businesses at this point, so I ain't filed taxes for none of them. And wanted funding, so it was just a learning curve. Like, how I dealt with it. I found a good CPA to go back and be like, it was HELL. I literally had to go back and find like old receipts, and I'm paying for like websites, and I'm paying for all this stuff out of pocket. I didn't have a business account set up in this season of my life. I was just like winging it.
Yeah.
So, and like, if I make the money, I put it towards this. So it was rough.
It was rough.
It was rough.
Yeah. Especially finding paper receipts that fade.
And not only that, it was just, they require so much on them grant applications. Yeah. I'll just be like, oh my God, you want to know my mama's social too? Like, what she got to do with it? Right. It's my business. So a good CPA and some really good friends. I did not get those grants because we weren't as prepared, but it definitely taught me to be better prepared and just to be more aligned and more like in order and more organized with my business now. So I keep my receipt. There's apps now they have to just take a picture when you buy something, send your invoice to it. And they literally like keep your receipts. Yeah. So when it's time to send your CPA the information at the end of the year, XYZ, or your CFO, it's right there accessible. Right. Online. But I gagged. Yeah, I gagged. And I was asking for like $200,000, like $500,000,
Yeah, yeah. Big dreams, big dreams.
and they laughed me out the bank like,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
So first thing they say, so we need the last 2 years of your
2 years. Taxes.
2 years. We need 5 years of your. I'm looking like this business ain't been in existence for 5 years.
Yeah,
So that's a lesson learned.
right.
It was a lot of backpedaling and stuff like that, but we good now.
Hey,
We good now.
yeah.
We good. We got everything we need to properly run the business. I got all my receipts.
Okay, okay.
All my receipts.
Yeah. So for the people in the back, because again, this is for the folks who the whole podcast is to help people.
Yeah.
And we're trying to let you know, file your taxes, number one, and make sure that you have the receipts for the things that you have purchased throughout the year to help that process be as truthful as possible.
That and when you first go into business, consult with somebody that works in finance. Get you a financial analyst. Get you a CPA. And when you start operating your business, whether it's from the 501c3 side, nonprofit, get you somebody who can manage your money. That should be on your board, a treasurer, and make sure you get you a CFO for your LLC, your C Corp, your entity. Get you somebody to manage your money.
Yeah.
Because you want to keep paper trails of everything going forward. So that should be the first thing you do. Second thing you do, get you sales so you can pay the CFO and CPA, and then get you a CPA and a CFO.
Absolutely.
And you'll be so much easier and run your company from the beginning like it's a multi-million-dollar company.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. I'll be telling people that all the time. Don't run it like it's just you like and your cousin.
You and your little small business.
Right. No.
I never like people say, oh yeah, he got a little small business, but ain't nothing about me small.
Right.
6'4".
Okay.
She's talking about like, hello. So I just learned now you always get you somebody, and I'm gonna say this, some African Americans, some minority group, they don't really teach a lot of financial literacy when we're growing up. They teach us calculus and algebra and all these things. I ain't used none of that in my adult life at all.
Still don't know what a logarithm is.
Still don't know what a triangle is. Like, baby, why is triangle here? Yeah. I'm counting money. So I always tell people to do your research.
Right.
Knowledge is in the book. Attain the knowledge and just go from there. But get you a CFO, get you a CPA, and just get people who know what they're talking about so they can manage your money so you can make money and not lose money in business.
Absolutely. Yeah. Great advice.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I had to learn the hard way.
I know about the 80-20 rule. And now, y'all got to know about the 80-20 rule, right? I mean, 80-20, if you don't know, go watch Tyler Perry. And I give him a little one, too, because if he get hope to this podcast, boom, boom. So, we'll talk about Tyler Perry. But anyway, talk to us about Aspire and what they taught you about the 30-30-20 rule.
Aspire is a business development mega conference. They do all over the world. I went to Aspire, I think 2 years ago, and it was transformative. So what they do is they bring some of the most successful people, like people from Shark Tank was there, people from all these who David Leary was there. There's so many people that be there at Shark Tank, well not at Shark Tank, at the Aspire conference, where we kind of learn from. So they all got different segments where they come talk about finances and real estate and ways for you to really monopolize and really make your money. It's a real lesson of monopoly. So I learned so much from the just networking and just being there. And I'm gonna get to your 30-20, right? Yeah. So it was so amazing because the first 10 minutes they was so hyped, and they were raise your hand if you're a millionaire. Yeah. And everybody in the room hand went up. Raise your hand if you're a billionaire. Everybody's hand stayed up. I was like, this is the room you need to be in as a small business or as an entrepreneur, just to learn things. It was just so magnetic to be around people that didn't look as like us.
They were millionaire.
Yeah, they looked like they would be panhandling, and they was
oh no,
I'm gonna give you so there was one guy from Texas there. He owns think he said like 50,000 laundromats around the world. Like he's like made like $500 million from it. And this man came in there, 500 pounds, pot belly, big old belt buckle, big old calisthenic. This man raised his hand and said, I just can't find no friends that just like me for me. They like me for my money. And I came to network and just build personal relationships with people. I told him, man, at the end of the conference,
I'll be your friend. You're right. Okay.
I'll be your friend.
Because what?
Invest in me.
We ain't gotta never talk about no money. I already know
about money. Absolutely. Boy, what? We gonna get our nails done. We getting facials and we getting,
I'm gonna live whatever life you want me to live.
Hello. So it was very positive with networking, and they taught me just kind of how like to manage your money when you got coming in. You know, I've always knew that the first 5 years in business, you gotta have money to start a business. You gotta have money to invest. You gotta have seed money. So you can. But technically, most business owners don't touch their money for the first 5 years. They let it accumulate. They look at their margins. They look at their projections, and they have somebody to oversee their finances, their budget reports, and everything to kind of see where they are financially, and it kind of like opens you up for like funding and stuff like that as well. When you just don't touch your money, let it sit. Because the more money you got, the more money they'll give to you too.
Right.
So it was that I've learned, and I kind of like got like a refresher on, and 30 30 20 20 I think it is, right? So you get 100% of your personal income, you invest 20, you save 20, you use 30% to pay for your living expenses, your home, your rent, whatever like that, and then the other 30% is used for your food, XYZ. And I do mine 10 invested, 10 of my tithes.
Okay.
Hello. So it kind of
giving it should be given unto you.
Hey,
I got a little scripture in me too.
Okay, come on now. So with that, it kind of puts you in a mindset where you know where your money is going at all time.
Yeah.
And whether you don't know how much is coming in, you know how much you're putting in here. So it really just builds a discipline in you to know I'm paying my tithes first.
Right.
I'm buying food, paying my mortgage second.
Yeah.
Buying food third, you know, mortgage, paying my car note. So it kind of puts you in mind. I think it's really there for like discipline. And it's like in Latin terms, just that if somebody that's really not good with money, it kind of puts them in a routine. And that's how habits are formed. Like when you
keep doing it.
When you form positive habits and routines and stuff. So
I know a lot of small business owners, obviously. And I know a lot of people who live off of their small businesses. So when you say you need to save the first 5 years, you know, how do you decide what to earmark, what to distribute, and how do you have that type of discipline? You know, give us some pointers.
I got that discipline there, but I was also a small business owner, really using like would go sell a shirt and have to eat. And I realized that I wouldn't have money to buy another shirt if I'm eating it up or using it for bills. So you got to really just do your margins. Like if you're using this for this, put that back. And I mean, it's hard to start a business effectively, efficiently, as the book says. But 5 years of income kind of shows you where you are. And that's why you got to have multiple streams of income. So your business should never be your sole income, or is you taxes can do but so much.
Right.
When you're writing everything off, you're not showing you're making the levels you need to be making to get funding anyway.
Right.
So you always gonna want to have a secondary job, or you know, I see why people don't leave their job until their business is
doing something.
Yeah, successful-ish. Or requires more time and attention. So it really just relates to making it happen, making it shake. You got to hustle still.
Yeah.
Your first 5 years, you can't be. My first 5 years, the shirt money was cool, and the merchandise, it definitely, because I really give most of my money back to foundations anyway. Like when people shop with me, it goes to AIDS Atlanta and the St. Jude's, and it goes to now my foundation, Survive and Conquer.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful to have my army money and then my other accolades and like my other jobs stuff I do like that too, as far as
Yeah.
life coaching and everything else. But it ain't easy.
Right, right, right.
Um, if I had to tell people what to do, I say invest your money. Um, don't gamble, but some people gamble and win. So hey, some people got like that. If you're lucky,
But if you losing it,
if you
please
lose it,
get off
please
from down that casino. Okay.
don't go.
Don't go.
Don't go. There's days where I didn't make my budget or make my goal, and I mean I ate, but the average person would have been like,
Forget it.
"I'm going this account,
Yeah.
and I'm
We'll
going to
get this
win
thing.
these, and gonna give me a yeah." I'm not playing. I'm not touching none of that money.
Right.
Like what I say is for it, it goes for.
Mm. Initially, most people think, I need to just go reach, 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 get everybody, get everybody, get everybody. But at some point in time, you changed your strategy to what? Shop black, buy black,
Mhm.
faith based.
Yeah.
What was that moment like? What made you realize that would actually maximize your sales versus limiting them?
Yeah. Um, I think the moment that really made me realize because when I first launched Survive and Conquer, I was trying to do partnerships with the hospitals, partnership with the Boys and Girls Club. I was reaching out to everybody, and the mission wasn't like people like simplicity.
Mm-hmm.
People like to know what they're investing in.
Yeah.
If you're saying you partner with the Armory, then you partner with St. Jude's, you got this going on. Who can handle all that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when you have that's why you have a target audience and a demographic. And I wanted to be very specific that we are now impacting our young men and our
Mm.
future leaders, 14 through 25. I say 14 to 25, 14 through 30. People who are impacted, not necessarily the most, but the most in our demographic or our
Mhm.
race, who need help.
Yeah.
And I just realized that when I was trying to do too much,
Mm.
like I can't do a different shirt every holiday. I can't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
But when people kind of know like what they
Jesus,
want,
yeah.
like you have AIDS Atlanta that focuses on HIV prevention and medicine for a certain demographic. You have the cancer, the cancer is not trying to really target people who before they develop cancer.
Right, right, right.
They target people who have
or
cancer,
have had it.
who
Yeah.
have had it. So I just really needed just to narrow my niche down and really focus on who do I really want to impact, who requires all of my attention right now, and it
Yeah.
was black.
Yeah.
And then I'm a Christian. I live the Christian way. So it was easy to say, hey, you know what? I'm also going to align you with God and I'm going to introduce you to Jesus. And I'm not one of them brands to be like, God first, you're not welcome here.
Yeah.
But I'm also the type of person like, they always ask me how I did it or
Yeah.
how I'm where I am. And I'm like, well, I invited Jesus to live with me, like the Holy Spirit. And
Yeah.
I align myself with his word. You should try it.
Right.
So I don't ever push it.
Right.
But
Now, it's not fire and brimstones, but if you want what I got, you need to go this way.
Get it. And I take people to church with me every Sunday who want to know Jesus more.
Mm-hmm.
So that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's enough.
Yeah, it is. He's enough.
Yeah.
He's all you need. He's all you need.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. All right. It seems like every episode we land on marketing and how important marketing is. You got to market your business. So you used to use a tactic called guerrilla marketing. First, tell us what is that, and then since you've stopped using it or discontinued that particular stance, and gone mostly to social media, what do you miss from guerrilla marketing?
So guerrilla marketing is when you are active, like when you're actually passing out flyers and you're doing sampling. It's in-person engagement. When you're at these festivals and you're like, hey, I got this, hey, I got this, hey, I got this. It's in person, it's aggressive. It's like how like Red Bull does the samplings where they just give you free Red Bull.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So direct
sampling.
marketing.
It's direct marketing. So that's the same thing. Guerrilla marketing is on foot. I'm in your face. Hey, remember me. You're gonna
Right.
remember when somebody give you a Gatorade water or a Red Bull. So I was doing, hey, what have you survived? What have you survived? Are you a survivor? Oh my God, we have Outreach Foundation. We have a brand. We're in your face. Take this, write what you survived, so we can draw it and announce your name on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So it was always impactful. We have moved more into the e-commerce side of things and social media based, but we still do guerrilla marketing. We are on the Beltline. I have ambassadors with shirts on, Survival Conquer shirts with posters and signage and like marketing materials still passing stuff during like, the jazz festivals, all the festivals and stuff here. We're in Midtown, so there's festivals every week and in the summer. So I still do big festivals, thousands of people. Parking is non-existent. So I do put flyers on cars still.
Okay.
I go door to door. All my neighbors know who I am. When I step outside, they know me and they know my dog. So I still do guerrilla marketing, not as much because I understand you have to pay these people to go out there, pay your ambassadors.
Right.
And I pay handsomely.
Okay.
So I don't want to focus too much money in that sales, but direct marketing is easy because I can say, hey, have you heard about us? Where's your phone? Follow us on Instagram, on social media, on TikTok. And that is a direct, it's memorable. Now we have their attention to say, hey, we met you earlier. We're XYZ from Survive and Conquer. Just want to say thank you so much for the follow. Let us know if you need any coaching. Let us know if you need any merchandise. Let us know what kind of work you do so we can try to integrate ourselves in your life so you can be a part of the community. So I think it's very important for small brands or any businesses really to focus on guerrilla marketing, to go to the yoga studios. Hey, we have athletic gear. Can we put this in here? Can we like talk at the end of your classes? So it's always important to do guerrilla marketing. And I grew up in a little over a decade ago. I ain't gonna say my age. So we was putting flyers on people's doors.
Right.
We used to go to the nightclubs, walk out with flyers everywhere, like all on the windshield.
Yeah, and people still doing it.
They do that, and I love that because it gives you something tangible. It's easy to see an ad on Instagram and keep on.
Right.
Whenever you see a piece of paper, you're gonna either toss it, take a picture of it, or put it in your car.
Right.
And it may be a week from now or a year from now when you're trying to get it, folk cars be nasty. So when they find like, oh, this was a nice.
I forgot all about this.
I forgot all about this. This was a nice young man that gave me this. Let me keep it. Let me call him.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I anoint all my flyers, all my marketing materials. So, Lord, I pray this goes to the right hands. I pray this is the connection I need, the resource I need. So I still got flyers. I don't see any now. But here go one. Always gonna be passing signage.
Okay.
Always gonna have signage to pass. Always gonna have pamphlets and stuff like that to pass out. Yeah.
Okay. And they get 15%
and that's a coupon. Yeah.
I was about to say they get 15% off.
And that's a coupon too. So they're always at hand. I always, when I walk out, when I go to the gym, pass on everybody. Oh, here you go, here you go. As a CEO, making money, I'm still.
Yeah.
And they look at it like, is this you on the? Oh, you're the guy that I heard about. Right. Yeah, I'm out here in your face.
Networking is key, and we all know it. And you've obviously mastered it from you being able to do your direct marketing, all the way down to even now still passing out flyers. So. With that, you say you've maintained and created a lot of partnerships that is directly impacted or it's influenced by your elevator pitch. Mm-hmm. So talk to me about your elevator pitch. What is it? And how did you develop it?
This is so funny. So I've always had like the gift of the gab, like being from like up north, always kind of like, like you gotta like to develop how you want to like. I kind of can read people like emotions and like kind of see like if you walking past it too fast, hey man, X, Y, and Z, like hey, let me share this with you. Then me being attractive helps. Because when they're walking by,
the modesty for me,
and they're just like, oh, what you gotta say? Or keep talking. You know, I love that. So with my elevator pitch, I use ChatGPT.
Okay,
keep it transparent. Hey, AI. ChatGPT, AI. and I've always kind of had one, but I kind of modified
Tweaked
it
it.
and I tweaked it to kind of be like within 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. It's always introductory. It's always asking them something to kind of get them engaged. Like, have you heard of this? Or what have you survived today? Or oh my God, I must say I love your fit. You got a second? Let's always pull you in
Yeah.
to keep you there. And you know the attention span is 15 to 25 seconds. So
Right.
you got boom. Tell a joke, make them laugh, make
Yeah.
make it comfortable. So I learned from ChatGPT.
I did not expect that.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I expected, but it was not that.
It was not that. So with my elevator pitch, I always introduce the brand. I'm a funny guy, so I make it comical and make it very, very personable. Then I go straight into something that's emotional.
Yeah.
I was stabbed a lot of times. What have you survived?
Right.
It's always a
what? Wait, you just went from it, so yeah.
Yeah. So I just have a gift of keeping someone's attention, getting someone's attention. And you know, it really is transparent. It's a gift.
Yeah.
A lot of people are shy and anxiety and so much stuff. So I really think that a lot of people, the advice I got is to get you a mirror, work on it. Just like models, when I work on my faces, I look and stuff like in the mirror, get you a mirror, tell yourself, like, if you're not buying it yourself, they're not going to buy it. They're not going to buy it.
Giving back is a major component of Survive and Conquer, both the LLC and the nonprofit. So talk to us about how do you balance, you know, feeding the community and giving toy drives and having toy drives with building wealth?
So I think it was a time that I realized that I couldn't be manager over everything, CEO of everything, and kind of like trying to run different entities to the same degree. So I had a friend of mine who came in and stepped in as my vice chair for my nonprofit, and I kind of like still operate the operational side of Survive and Conquer as far as the apparel and the messaging brand, but we're not doing like as many pop-ups and stuff like that. I love giving back. We want to give back more, but giving back now is like pretty seasonal. I think like every holiday we're making sure like it's a giving, or every time I feel like God leads me to give back, I'm gonna give back. But our focus right now is on empowerment with the youth and these teens out here, because they are literally our future.
Right.
So it's not been a hard of a juggle, but I have a support system and a team.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, when you align yourself with God, He positions people in your life to take care of things for you. And I'm just thankful to have those resources.
Yeah.
We're gonna give back more. We want to feed 2,000 this year, you know, on at every event. We want to see it just multiply.
Yeah.
So I think I have a cool balance. It's not easy at times when people kind of can fall short, or you kind of set your expectations too high, or I set my expectations too high. But it's been pretty cool though. It's been in alignment with everything we've been doing. We continue to give back. I want to give back more. I'm just a giving soul.
Yeah.
So if you want this hoodie right now, you can have it. You know, I'm not worried about the money too much. I've gave people a shirt on my back walking from the park right here and places like that. So I always live my life of a service life.
We're both 6'4", so I'm sure I can wear that shirt. So.
Yeah. Actually, you definitely can fit this shirt.
I mean,
because,
I'm 6'4".
It really in a 6'4" shirt. It's probably like a 5'11" shirt.
But I'm not 5'11". I'm 6'4".
But I like my muscular.
I mean, I understand that. It's gonna fit me like it fits you because we the same height.
And if it don't, I got any color you need.
I just want you. He missing the point. We the same height is what I'm
like
trying to say.
That. Okay. 6'4"
6'4"
at the door.
Please know that I am 6'4".
I got you. Yeah, I know you are.
We're in 2026, and you have a lot of goals for this year. Okay. I mean, you are talking about writing a book, going on a book tour, partnering with the mayor on homeless shelters, deciding whether you want to open up a storefront and, have that in partnership with your e-commerce. How are you balancing all this, and how are you realistically prioritizing these goals?
Balancing is a strong word to use. It definitely requires a lot of balance and patience. Um, I'm just disciplined.
Yeah,
I kind of know what I want. I kind of reach out to the people who can get me there. The book tour is being finalized now by one of my assistants, Keisha. She's taking care of like the logistics and doing the whole maps and the cities that we're going to. I am in talks with the mayor's office, trying to figure out like what are we doing and what kind of funding is needed, what kind of partnership would be accepted to get these homeless people in in shelters, or see if we can do some what's next and how does it look into this new year, because we're seeing the same results. There's more homeless people in the streets. We have the World Cup coming here this year, and I feel like we're just pushing people out.
yeah,
So that's one of my main priorities this year. The boutique is not really going to be a boutique. We're going to have merchandise there, like a gift shop room, but it's really going to be a development center for people and for youth, for the mentors to come, the men mentors to come in, for the youth to as a meeting space, and also going to act as a resource center for the homeless and people who need food, to try to kind of connect them with other resources and stuff in Atlanta.
gotcha.
So they're all on my radar. I got help from my team, and with God, we're just trying to. We're not trying. We are in talks to accomplishing all our goals this year. Where you're dealing with human and people, just people in general.
Right.
Um, People are busy, and
Yeah.
everybody aren't necessarily gonna, even if they align with you and kind of want the same results. It's still, we all have different thought process on getting to the same result.
Yeah. Wow, what a journey! I mean, you have literally gone from being a hustler in middle school. No, you know what? We're gonna stop before the middle school. You, the golf ball boy. Okay, golf balls and all of that going on, to middle school hustling, to the military, to then being stabbed. I mean, not to even talk about the fashion runway and all that sort of thing, the styling, down to now you're in Survive and Conquer, and really teaching and mentoring people and giving back. So we know that your main goal is impacting others. But for the person who may not have been stabbed 9 times, what would you talk to them and tell them about the difference in surviving and conquering?
So the main difference I have in surviving and conquering is really easy. When you're in survival mode, you're not thinking logically. You are, whenever opportunity presents itself, you are thinking from a place of what if, and I don't deserve, I'm not worthy enough. When you're thinking and you're operating from a conquering standpoint, nothing is too big for me. I can walk into this board meeting, it resonates in life, personal relationships, business relationships. And I feel like that's the biggest take, that we look at other people and we want success, we want money, we want this nice house and car.
Yeah.
And we kind of go into, what am I doing wrong, when it should be a mindset of what can I do right to beat and overcome this, because I'm here now. What are the necessary steps for me to get to where I want to be, versus, oh well, I'm focused on paying my rent this month. Ain't no way I can invest into my business. Come and go into and transform your mind into a, where I have this to work with. Now I need to focus on getting this right here so it can fit perfectly into this. And I think when you I'm gonna go biblical for a second, and you got Romans 12:2.
We knew.
And be ye not conformed to this world,
Yeah.
but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, you may prove what's good and acceptable, right? So renew your mind. You really got to change your mind state, your mindset from survival into conquering.
Yeah, yeah.
When you're in constant survival mode, it's fight or flight. When you're in conquering, it's into you're walking into a season of overcoming, and nothing is too big for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Renew your mind. So it starts with who you surround yourself with.
Yeah, yeah.
If you call a mama on the phone and she's saying you're not worthy enough, or your business, oh, so I see you working in a little small business.
Yeah.
Change your surroundings.
Can't be the one.
Young negative,
Mama or not.
Mama, grandmama. I know the Bible says, honor thy mother. Baby, my mama ain't aligning with what I got going on.
Can't.
I love her to death, but I got to focus on like changing my mind and literally renewing your mind.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think when you renew your mind, that's the biggest take I have for anybody in this world who's trying to accomplish what they really want.
Yeah.
When you really begin to like reading different books and start surrounding yourself with people who are where you want to be, birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So get yourself in these tools and these conferences to have these different level, these heightened level conversations with people who are actually where you want to be.
Right.
And don't feel like you know everything, because I'm always learning. I'm always in a receive mode. I'm always in service. I go to people's house. I can sweep your floor. I'll wash the dishes for you. Yeah. I got you. What do you need?
Right, right.
Because that's how God blesses you, when you're of service to people.
Yeah.
So when you get into that mindset and renew your mind in that way, then everything else will unfold. Your life will change. And trust me, you will be so much better.
Yeah.
In every aspect, in every walk.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for inviting me into your space. I mean, you have beautiful plants and flowers here. It's a huge green thumb. It's like, the rainforest in here. Yeah. And so, thank you so much. It's so welcoming and inviting. And, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and sharing your story and, just all of the things with our audience. I'm sure that somebody is going to grab, whether it be the motivation of, hey, I need to get out of survival mode. I didn't realize I was in it, into conquering, or if it's, I need to pay my taxes, or, who you're surrounding yourself with. There are so many things that I think that our audience is going to get from today's episode. So again, thank you so much for what you have brought to us. And just thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely. Appreciate that. Hey, it's Rasheen with Survive and Conquer. I'm so thankful for being on Business in the Black. We out here. Make sure you follow me at Survive and Conquer, or go www.surviveconquer.com. That's SurviveConquer. Have a blessed day.
Thanks for listening to Business in the Black. If today's conversation resonated with you, be sure to follow the podcast and share this episode with someone who's building alongside you. New episodes drop bi-weekly, so stay connected with us on social media for behind-the-scenes moments and key takeaways. Until next time, keep building with intention.